What up, Rickey? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brad Tat Tat, and this is the Hot Spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Oh, man, y'all, 8 people were killed and more than 300 were injured following a stampede at Travis Scott's AstroWorld concert in NRG Park in Houston on Saturday night. And according to Billboard, more than 25 people were rushed to the hospital following the tragedy. And the Houston Fire Department Chief Samuel Pena said at a press conference that a mass casualty event occurred at 9:38 p.m. at the concert, which had approximately 50,000 in attendance. Pena said the trouble began shortly after 9 p.m. when the crowd began to compress forward toward the front of the stage, and that caused some panic and started causing some injuries. People began to fall out and become unconscious, and that created additional panic. And out of the 25 people that were hospitalized, 11 of which were in cardiac arrest at the time. Oh, my goodness. The second day of the AstroWorld concert was definitely canceled as a result of the tragedy. The sad part is the victim age, they range from 14 to 27 years old. One male victim in the incident has still yet to be identified, and there is a 10-year-old in critical condition. Oh, my God. Travis released a statement saying, "I'm devastated, and I just want to send out prayers to the ones that were lost last night." He continued saying that he had no idea what was going on in the crowd, and that he could never just imagine the severity of the situation. He said, "I'm honestly just devastated. I could never imagine anything happening like this." And Kylie Jenner also released a statement on Instagram saying that both she and Scott were unaware of any fatalities after the concert until the concert ended. She said that they were very devastated as well, and in no world will we have continued filming or performing. Yes.
Now I have a question. I do know, and I sat here and I thought about this all weekend because it really bothered me, because I have Travis Scott's whole album. As I downloaded all his music, I'm a big fan. I listen to all of his music. I loved his documentary. I'm a huge 53-year-old Travis Scott fan. Like, I'm a fan for real.
Right.
Can't they set up barricades and have the barricades set up like rows, where they let X amount of people come in these sections to prevent stuff like that, and have like ushers, not like the ones at church, but just security guard to keep people in the sections to prevent stuff like that?
They can, but when people get drunk and they start partying, and if there's any drugs involved, then people start trying to get to the front and they want to push closer. So it just becomes a melee anyway. Even if there were barricades, that's a huge place. They would have had to hire so much more security, but I'm sure they wish they would have done it now and had security almost on every aisle. But, you know, people go to party. It's just like those other big concerts. Remember, like Woodstock back in the day, like people, they just get excited and they start pushing forward. I never liked, even when I wasn't Brad, I never liked to be in the very, very front, because that can easily happen. Even in small clubs, that happens. So, you know, it's not his fault at all. So I wish people would just not, you know, be so hard on him.
Who do they sue? Like, you know, because, you know, your kid go to the concert and he don't come home. Who is responsible?
Well, they're trying to sue Travis Scott and the promoter.
Exactly. Yeah,
it says Travis has been criticized for performing for over 35 minutes while the stampede was happening. Multiple videos show fans begging productions and fans even chanting "Stop the show."
Now, in his defense, he can't hear them saying "Stop the show."
There is no way he can hear them,
because when you perform it, you can't see a stampede.
Tell you exactly, and
you got to keep performing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it just looked like people are just partying. You know what I'm saying? It's like people just waving back and forth and having a good time. Like, the music is so loud on stage, and you know his show got all the most expensive sound, and the loud, and the monitors are front blaring towards him. The ones behind him is blaring in the crowd. You can't hear nothing but yourself, and you hear the roar of the crowd, but there's no way to hear each little thing that's going on in different sections. That's just not possible, and it was so many people, there's no way to just see that. You know, and the lawsuits are starting to come in, y'all. Manuel Souza, who has claimed to have been injured during the concert, is first. Souza filed the suit on Saturday, alleging both negligence and gross negligence on behalf of Travis, Live Nation, and others.
I just hate it.
Me too.
It bothered me all weekend. Like, I really feel bad for the families.
Yeah.
You know, that kids ain't coming home. And I feel bad because the whole purpose was for everybody everybody to go out and have a good time.
And enjoy themselves.
That was the whole purpose. The promoters had good intentions. Travis had good intentions. The audience had good intentions. And all of those people died. And I just feel bad for everybody.
I do too. And this man went on to say that the concert organizers made a conscious effort to let the show go on despite clear evidence all around them that people were in serious distress and suffering serious injuries. So he's the second person he's the first person, but another young lady is getting ready to file a lawsuit again for $1 million in damages. So it's just all crazy. We're going to keep the prayers going up for the families of people that lost their lives and hope they identify this other person. Lord, it's just a lot. And we're going to pray for Travis Scott and everybody involved in the situation.